Hello, David from Dublin to Chiropractic here. So I received an email from a patient who's struggling very badly with her lower back pain going into her hip, and she's unable to walk for any real distance at the moment. So I know the patient, and it really sounds like it's her sacroiliac joint, so that will be the focus of today's video. I'm going to proceed to 7 stretches with some deep tissue work that I think you'll find very, very helpful. For the patient in question, I won't say your name, but when you're watching this, maybe skip the deep tissue part of things. I think it might be a little bit too much for you right now. Just work only on the stretching at the moment. Do that 2 to 3 times per day, and we'll talk again in a couple of days and see how you're getting on. Right, so this is going to be the deep tissue part of the video. I've doubled up the speed here throughout the whole video, so you're not wasting your whole day watching me trying to do stretching and exercise. So I'm just foam rolling here the outside of the quad and the ITB band, moving on to the glute med here. Just kind of steering the body around a little bit there, trying to isolate key areas. I like to stop sometimes and just chill out, hang out, and really, I'm suffering there. That's a tight spot for me. I've been doing a bit of running the last few days, and I have to say my hips are really, really stiff. I'll point that out in the stretch, and you might be able to see that as well. Baseball. By the way, I'll put a link in the description to Amazon for all these things that I'm using. That might help you out. I just kind of roll my glute onto that baseball there. Support my mid back with the foam roller. It feels really, really comfortable actually, this position. I just like to lie there, but obviously where the baseball isn't comfortable at all. Kind of steer the handle of the kettlebell into the groin. Be careful here, there's a very large artery running, the femoral artery running close by here. So if your foot starts to go numb or cold, you're on that artery, get off it. This should hurt a lot. Now we're into the stretching part of the video. I always just warm up, okay? Just warming up now with the cat camel. You could spend 10 minutes here if you wanted. To be honest, my lower back was actually feeling really, really tender again this morning. I've been struggling with it recently, and now into child's pose here. And to be honest, this really, really helped actually. Even though I didn't spend a lot of time, I was just trying to get the video done actually to show you guys how to help this. Back extension, so it's almost like a push-up style, but focusing on using your lower back muscles to help your body up. Now look at this, static hold, right? Legs up, arms straight out if you want. That's very advanced. Different positions for the arms, whatever's comfortable here. I like this thumb up position, it helps the shoulders. There's a nice stretch now, do you see that? So deep stretch in the lower back. So we're not activating the muscle, we're just stretching there. Okay, so the sacroiliac joint has to flex and has to extend. So what we're doing is we're actually pulling the 2 sacroiliac joints apart here. And this is probably what's really going to help along with the next exercise, the figure 4. Do you notice how I'm pumping that leg? That's a really stiff hip on me, that right. See how far I'm getting on the left? This right one here gives me so much trouble from my days playing football. And yeah, I don't always just hold a stretch statically. Sometimes I pump the stretch as well. Now I am going a bit fast here. Sometimes I'll spend double or triple the time that I'm demonstrating here. Figure 4, holding the femur, so the top of the leg first, then the next position, the shin, far more advanced, much deeper of a stretch. And the left hip there, I mean, he's not too bad there today. I'm getting a really good stretch there. Yep, nice sip of coffee, keep me going. Back down. Right leg, this is where things get a little difficult for me now. I think I've got a little bit of arthritic degeneration happening in this right hip. I might flash up my x-ray here now in a second to show you what that might look like. Grabbing the shin. So you can see on that x-ray, the right hip there's a little bit of a lip happening, and that's what really restricts a lot of my motion. This is a far more advanced position I'm adding in here now. So you need to be quite flexible in the glutes to achieve this. Very deep glute stretch. Really, really effective. Doing the opposite side now. and this one I'm impacting the right side of the glute muscle there. Actually, the glute medius and piriformis there. Yep, another drink of coffee there. Very important, of course. Okay, so hamstring, really important because the hamstring actually binds into a very large ligament that supports the sacroiliac joint. So it's really important that this is very flexible and normal for you. I like this because I don't like to sit up and bend forwards to grab my toes. It's far safer to keep your back really straight, and that's exactly what I'm trying to achieve here. So I'm getting a really deep stretch here. Now that left leg, actually, I've been having trouble with this left hamstring. I think I've torn it a little bit. I was actually stretching a few nights ago, and I felt a little tear, a rip or pop happen in the hamstring. So it's been a little bit tender. Now look, I've got the stretch perfect there. Now I would generally spend a lot more time on that, as I keep saying. Here you can see why I think I've got some hip issues, early degenerative change in this seated groin stretch. I really find that difficult to have the knees down. But this is really good again for hitting that sacroiliac joint. Very important for opening it up. And that's everything there, guys. So I hope you really enjoyed that, and hope that helps. And please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. I've only started this a few days ago, so your support means an awful lot. So I hope to see you guys soon, and have a great day. Cheers.